Have you ever looked at your tongue in the mirror and thought, is that normal? Well, spoiler alert, your tongue might just be the nosiest tattletale in your entire body. It's basically a health detective that reports on your gut, your liver, and even your stress levels. And it's not afraid to spill the tea. Today, I'm breaking down what your tongue is trying to tell you, from strange colors to funky coatings, and what to do about it naturally. Welcome to Longevity Lifestyle, where we blend ancient wisdom with modern science to deliver natural health tips that help you live better, longer. So if you're into gut health, hormone balance, and feeling amazing at every age, you're in the right place. Okay, so here's the deal. Your tongue isn't just for tasting chocolate cake or arguing about pineapple on pizza. In traditional systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, the tongue is a map of your internal health. Think of it like a built-in daily checkup you can do at home. No copay required. Each section of the tongue corresponds to a different organ. The tip? That's your heart and lungs. The center is your stomach and spleen. The sides are the liver and gallbladder. And way in the back, that's your intestines. So what shows up on your tongue tells you what's going on in each of these areas, usually long before you even feel symptoms. The most common area where the coating is typically found is on the back of the tongue, revealing that the toxic buildup is in the colon area. If you see a coating on a different area of the tongue, then that would indicate toxic buildup in the corresponding organ. If the entire tongue is coated, this indicates systemic toxins, meaning the toxins are in the bloodstream and invading the entire body. So let's play tongue detective and decode the clues your tongue might be giving you right now. Go find a mirror, stick out your tongue, and follow along. Don't worry, I won't judge. If you have a perfectly healthy tongue, it should be plump, pink, and moist, with no coatings, cracks, or other markings. If that's you, pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job. And in this day and age, you're a bit of a unicorn, so take a bow and keep doing what you're doing. But keep watching, because if you start checking your tongue first thing every morning before you eat, drink, or brush your teeth, you'll have advance notice about systems that need help before you even start feeling bad. So let's get looking. Let's start with the symptoms that leave no question as to what they are and how to address them. First up, signs of excess vata, or in English, too much dryness. Is your tongue giving dry desert vibes? Or maybe it has a coating on it that's gray, black, or brown? That's classic vata, the energy that's cold, dry, and light. It can show up when you're dehydrated, stressed, sleep deprived, or eating too many raw or processed crunchy foods. The fix? We always pacify vata with routine and hydration. Hydrate by adding moisture to your meals. It's time to cozy up with warm soups and stews cooked with digestive spices like cumin, turmeric, and coriander. Add healthy oils like ghee or drizzle olive oil over your favorite steamed veggies. And finally, create some routines for yourself that relieve stress. Next up is pitta. Is your tongue feeling hot and maybe even a little sore? When you look at it in the mirror, does it look like a strawberry with little dots all over it? Or maybe it's got an orange, reddish, or yellowish greenish coating, and even some red patches. That's classic pitta, the hot, sharp energy. It means there's inflammation in the digestive tract and your liver is begging for a timeout. Common culprits are spicy foods, alcohol, and too much coffee. The fix? Try cooling it down with some aloe, fresh greens, cucumber, watermelon, or mint tea. Basically, if it feels like summer snacks at a pool party, it'll probably help. Now, what if your tongue looks like it's wearing a white winter sweater? That's what Ayurveda calls excess kapha, the energy that's heavy, sluggish, and dense. It can mean your digestion is slow, mucus production is up, and your gut is holding on to too much dampness. Fried foods, cheese, and sugary snacks will only make it worse. The fix? Light, warm, and well-spiced meals. Think lentil soup with cumin or a stir fry with ginger. And maybe skip those midnight nachos. Have you been following along in the mirror? Let me know in the comments what you see. You can just drop a single word like white, dry, yellow. Don't be shy. You'd be surprised just how many of us are dealing with the exact same thing. Now, let's talk about the less straightforward tongue signs. The root causes can be varied and usually require further investigation. 1. A purple or bluish tongue. Is your tongue purple or blue, or does it have blue or purple spots? This can be a circulation issue. Your body's not moving blood and oxygen as efficiently as it should be. Through the Ayurvedic lens, it could be either kapha or vata. If it's kapha, there's too much heavy, sluggish energy gumming up the works. If it's vata, the blood flow is irregular due to too much coldness in the body. The fix? We gotta move to get things moving. Take walks, do some yoga, massage yourself with some warm oil, and take warming spices like ginger, cinnamon, or turmeric. You can cook with them or make a nice tea. All of these things help break up stagnation and get blood flowing again. But if your tongue stays purple, you might want to get checked out by a doctor. 2. A scalloped tongue. Now, what if you see little dents or ridges along the sides of your tongue? That's what's called a scalloped tongue, because your teeth are creating indentations around the edges that make your tongue look like a scallop shell, hence the name. This is a classic indication that your body is not absorbing essential nutrients and has a wide range of causes. Some of these include poor digestion, inflammation in the GI tract, excessive toxins in the colon, eating foods you're allergic to, chronic loose stools, or even parasitic infection. These are all different energies, but whatever the cause, the result is the same. Your gut is not absorbing nutrients the way it should be. The fix? We want to give the digestive system as little to do as possible to maximize nutrient absorption. Eat a consistent and simple diet of well-cooked, well-spiced, soft foods. Think mushy consistency like soups, stews, broths, and crock-pot meals made with warming, digestive spices. Avoid raw foods altogether, including salads, juices, smoothies, and the like, as well as dry and crunchy foods like popcorn or chips. And maybe drink some digestive teas between meals to reignite that digestive fire. 3. A swollen tongue. If your tongue is swollen, this could either be from inflammation, think pitta heat, or fluid retention, which is kapha. More investigation is required here, but usually there's other signs pointing to one or the other. If you have an inflamed tongue, it might also be red or sore, but if you're retaining fluid, you might also have a white coating. Once you determine that, go with what you already know about how to work with each of those things. See how this works? Now, remember how I mentioned earlier just how much of a tattletale your tongue can be? Your tongue can even tell you when you have unprocessed emotions and body aches. These last two signs do just that. 4. A vertical crack. Do you have a big crack down the middle of your tongue that looks like it's dividing it into two halves? That's an indication of emotions and stress being held in the spine. Where on the tongue the crack appears correlates to the section of the spine that's affected, and you'll probably have pain or stiffness in the corresponding areas. The front of the tongue correlates to the neck, the middle tongue is the mid-back, and the back of the tongue is the low back. The fix? Move your body so you can move your emotions through you. And also, be mindful of your posture. 5. A central depression. Another indicator of emotional distress is a big divot right in the center of your tongue. This corresponds to the heart, so think heaviness on the heart. If you're dealing with depression, grief, or other immense sadness, you just might see this on your tongue. The fix? Find a way to work through that sadness. Get plenty of rest, sunshine, fresh air, and movement. Maybe start journaling. And if you need to talk to someone, be sure to do that too. Be gentle with yourself and give it time. Healing doesn't happen on anyone else's timeline. Okay, are you still with me? Now here's the cool part. As I mentioned earlier, check your tongue every morning before you brush your teeth or swallow anything. That's when the signs are most accurate. Also, be sure to scrape your tongue after you've taken your mental notes because we don't want to swallow all that gunk. Ew! Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe that white coating appears after a week of heavy eating. Maybe your tongue is dry after a few days of high stress. This is your body's way of saying, hey, let's make some changes before things get worse. And here's the real magic. Once you know which dosha is out of balance, you can use food and lifestyle to fix it. We're talking specific meals, spices, and even daily habits that bring you back into balance. As a reminder, here's a quick dosha cheat sheet that you can screenshot for future reference. For vata imbalance, go warm, moist, and grounding. For pitta imbalance, go cool, calming, and hydrating. And for kapha imbalance, go light, warming, and energizing. And if all of that still sounded confusing, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to make a dedicated video to explain the doshas and how to recognize them. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now that you've decoded your tongue, let's look deeper into taking care of your digestion. Watch this video right here. It's packed with the exact steps you need to take to balance out your gut. I'll see you there.